ओके। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिते नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So yeah, so actually yeah, I'm still till 2:30 there was internet. Exactly at 2:30 uh, we lost it. Yesterday it was still poor. Almost the whole day we did not have either phone connection or internet connection. Now I have just borrowed some Wi-Fi. Hopefully from tomorrow onwards, I will get regular Wi-Fi access also, so that way um, we'll be able to have better connectivity. So yeah, actually I'll just share a brief background. Actually this was uh, uh, you can say like a brahmachari class that we started. We had I used to visit Goa, and we started so I we had brahmachari discussions with Goa brahmacharis. So we started with Madhurya Kadambini, and we completed Madhurya Kadambini, and then we completed Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, and then we started with Shri Chaitanya Shikshamrita. But Goa being a small place with a growing brahmachari ashram, there are uh, there are few brahmacharis only, and mostly what used to happen, because they are but they are doing tremendous preaching, reaching out to so many people. So many of the times they were like overloaded with services, so it was little bit difficult to have regular sessions. So what we decided last week was that instead of canceling these classes, we will try to so the numbers were so small that even if one or two would drop out, we would essentially have to cancel the class. So therefore we decided we will rope in other interested devotees also, and we will start recording these sessions. Of course, we were recording the sessions before, but just the audio. But this time we decided we will record the whole stuff, video record it, and upload it in YouTube, so that uh, the devotees also, if they are caught up with some important work, they need not feel um, guilty for missing out. And at the same time, if they miss out also, they can go over the video session also. Of course, uh, for those of you who have been attending my other sessions like Manas Siksha or Harinam Chintamani or other such sessions, you know that we generally uh, or at least Harinam Chintamani, I still have the video on, but generally for Manasiksha sessions, the video is off only, and mostly we have the slides and we go over the slides. So that is what is video for us. So we will follow the same protocol for this course also. Um, I am not very sure if how many of you have had an opportunity to read this book, or you attempted to read this book. I just want to hear from you. As I told you before, I am not very sure. I'm little bit on borrowed time. Anytime I may not get the Wi-Fi uh, connectivity. Uh, and if the phone connectivity does not come before that, then we may have to stop the session prematurely today, but that's still fine. I think we will at least get started and maybe continue next week. So I just want to hear from you before we start the session. And for the Goa devotees, I just want to update you. Initially, I thought that I will just very quickly summarize the first chapter. Actually, with the Goa devotees, we had completed the first chapter of Chaitanya Shikshamrita, which in itself is a very long chapter. Hmm. I thought I'll quickly recap what we have done, but then I realized that with more and more people joining this course, almost close to 50 devotees have registered for the course. With and generally the trend is about 1/4 to half of them attend live, and the rest of them hear the YouTube recordings. So I thought, I can't just do a very quick overview. It will be unfair for them, for those who have attended the whole course. So I'll try to do a recap, but it will be a little lengthy recap only. So if Goa devotees who have already attended it, if you feel little bit bored hearing the same thing again, please feel free to drop out and rejoin whenever relevant material is discussed. So it's I totally will understand if you drop out and rejoin whenever we complete. But if you think that it will be helpful to go over it again, you can always stay. It's up to you. So and so before we start the course, I just want to hear at least from few of you, what are your expectations from this course? Why did you register? What are your expectations from the course? I mean, of course, this is not going to be a certificate course or anything like that. We are just going to come together and discuss Krishna Katha, that's all. But I still would like to know, what are your expectations from the course? I would, you can please raise your hands and share if you feel like it would be really nice. Because definitely, if you have taken time out on a working day in the afternoon, which is generally post lunch, maybe working time or resting time for many of you. So I'm just curious to know if what are your expectations from the course? Why did you register for the course or join the course? Uh, if you can, yeah, please share. Ronak Prabhu, I'm unmuting you. You can please share. Haribol, we are not able to hear you, Prabhu. Okay. Madhumati Priyasaki Mataji, I'm unmuting you. Okay. Somehow I'm not able to hear. Okay, let me just. Uh, are others able to hear? Is it problem with my mic, or is it a problem with others? I don't know. I think no one is able to hear. Okay. Radha Damodar Prabhu, I'm unmuting you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandas Pranam.
Ah, okay, okay.
Are you
Yes,
able to
Prabhu, go
hear
ahead.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I was just raising my hands just to check only. But
Oh,
my expectations as such from this book, I don't have any expectations, except that I have heard from you various books which you have been teaching us. So it was you who was the inspiration for me, because I felt that you have something valuable to offer. So, and
okay. I mean,
moreover, I
yeah, it would
furthermore
have
I
been
have.
nice if you had told that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has something very
Yes,
valuable to
yes, yeah,
offer.
that's what
Yeah.
I was just coming to say that next. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur is another great favorite of mine, and his books, I've not read all his books, but I have read only tidbits, and I've always been very much inspired, and I could connect with him because he was also a householder. So I thought we should walk his footsteps. But it is a very long way, and you are trying to bridge that gap by giving us this kind of knowledge. So I said it should be worthy of our time.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing. Shri Gopinath Pran Prabhu, I'm unmuting you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavas Pranam.
Dandat Prabhu.
So basically the reason for me to join this course is you, because all the classes and courses which you have been undertaking, you explain very nicely the concepts and you go into detail without rush. So the one who has time and who can go along with your pace, it is a very beautiful combination. That's the reason I'm joining this course. Otherwise, as such, I don't know what are the contents in this subject or this topic which you are going to discuss.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Okay, if anyone has anything else that you want to share. Okay, Kumari Daya Mataji, I'm unmuting you. You're not audible, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Devotee so. Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes, yeah.
So actually, one strong point for me to join this group is, as you said, yeah, I also have, as Radha Damodar Prabhu said, I also have not read all the books of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Actually, many Prabhupada disciples, whenever I met, they have told me that, we should go deeper into Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books. Which I had very little, which I have followed very little so far. And also, one more strongest reason is like in the association, I felt like even if I read the book, I may not understand myself many concepts, but when I come in Sangha, like when you are explaining, as other devotees also said, that you really go very deep and explain connecting various aspects. And as I was also part of other groups which you are taking, I am also seeing that there is a lot of difference in my thought process and in my way of following the spiritual practices. It has changed. My thought process has changed. So I thought this class will also help me further to deepen my Krishna consciousness.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Definitely, I can guarantee you, because Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, so it can be nothing less than an enriching experience. Yeah, before others share, I just want to add one more point. Actually, once Srila Prabhupada, his first, I'm not sure if he was the first, but for the longest time, the Sanskrit editor of Prabhupada was Pradyumna Prabhu, and he was the favorite Sanskrit editor of Prabhupada, and Prabhupada would very dearly call him Pandit Ji. So Pradyumna Prabhu was such a very wonderful, unassuming devotee, and he had learnt not just Sanskrit, but he had learnt Bengali also, and then he was trying to translate few books of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Prabhupada observed this, and he told Pradyumna Prabhu, if you ever want to translate Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books, the two top books that you should definitely translate are Jaiva Dharma and Sri Chaitanya Shikshamrita. So more or less the contents of Jaiva Dharma and Sri Chaitanya Shikshamrita are similar. Basically, the essential conclusions of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta, but just that Jaiva Dharma is in the form of a novel. It's a storybook. It's like a novel. Every Siddhanta is described through conversations between various characters, and it's like a very interesting way of presentation. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, I think, two novels. One was like Prema Pradipa and Jaiva Dharma. Prema Pradipa was a smaller novel. Jaiva Dharma was huge, magnum opus, really wonderful presentation by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And Sri Chaitanya Shikshamrit is a compilation of various teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to various personalities like Srila Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Ramananda Rai, and all that. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur in this book gives lot of, practical insights into current application of these principles. How do you apply, many things which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Chaitanya Charitamrita and other books does not go into detail while teaching to these great personalities. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, gives many such details, detailed explanations with respect to practical application of these principles in Sri Chaitanya Shikshamrita. Otherwise, if you see, we will very soon after devotees share their expectations, we will first start with the contents of the book, and then we will go ahead further with the first chapter. But that will give us a bird's eye view of this whole book, actually. So yeah, so these two are like Bhaktivinoda Thakur's, in Prabhupada's opinion, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's two most important books, Jaiva Dharma and Sri Chaitanya Shikshamrit. So if we manage, Krishna willing, and if Bhaktivinoda Thakur's blessings and Srila Prabhupada's blessings are there, if we manage to complete this Chaitanya Shikshamrit book, week after week after week, in our own, those of you who know, at our own pace, then definitely we will start Jaiva Dharma after this. And Jaiva Dharma, you will feel is like a reward for going through the whole Chaitanya Shikshamrit, because it's story and it's very, it's very exciting journey. So if we manage to complete this book, and if you find it interesting, and if you stick around till we complete the book, then definitely we will do Jaiva Dharma, if that's what is devotee's interest. So, okay. So Gopinath Pran Prabhu wanted to share something else. Prabhu, I'm unmuting you.
Yes, Prabhu. Thanks for this opportunity again. So I wanted to share one more point from my side, or the reason to join this course is, on my own, I'm very poor in reading or studying and all that. Japa, we do it because we have to do the 16 rounds like that. But reading, I'm very poor. So this will help me to little bit discipline myself in sitting and hearing and trying to learn this subject matter.
Yeah. Actually, honestly speaking, even I am quite poor in when it comes to studying, but in association, somehow, there is tremendous empowerment. So those of you who have your hands up, please keep it up, because as and when devotees are sharing, I will just add some thoughts which are coming to my mind. So I will just share a very interesting verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, which talks about this principle. And definitely I can tell, in my life, I have definitely experienced it, and I'm sure many of you must have also experienced it. So I will just share the screen with you, and I will share the verse for you. So just hold on for a second. Okay, many of you might already know this verse. For those of you who have attended my courses, I often quote this verse because this is one of my favorite verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this verse comes in the teachings of the Navayogendras to Nimmi Maharaj in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So I'll write the verse. Parasparanu Katanam Pavanam Bhagavad Yashaha Mitoratir Mitas Tushthir nirvrittir. Sorry, I am sorry. It is nivrittir mita atmanah. So this is a very beautiful verse. You should definitely learn this verse. So this verse says parasparanu katanam. So paraspara means mutual. Anukatanam means discussions. Okay. What mutual discussions of what? Pavanam. Pavanam means purifying. Bhagavad Yashah means glories of Krishna. Okay. If one comes together for discussing, for mutually discussing the purifying glories of Krishna, the Navayogendras say 3 things happen, 3 effects. Okay. First is mito rati. So mito ratihi means you develop mutual affection. You develop mutual affection for each other. Yeah. So the verse number is 11.3.30. Okay. Mutual affection for each other. So you come together, keep discussing, and over a period of time, you have not discussed about each other at all. But still, over a period of time, you realize that you are developing a very affectionate relationship with each other. This is a very powerful means of developing mutual affection. So, you know, I'm sure some of you have, or many of you, most of you have been, you know, attending these sessions, you know, of different books that we have been discussing, and you know, like we might hardly know each other personally so much, but still, I am sure there must be a sense of mutual affection that we feel for each other. Even sometimes this is more pronounced if we can physically, you know, meet and discuss. But even virtually, I am sure maybe in a little bit compromised, to a compromised degree, I am sure we must be feeling some level of mutual affection because there is these discussions, right? Mito rati, it definitely develops mutual affection for each other, right? And then the second effect that he says is mitastushtihi. Mitaha means mutual. Tushti. Tushtihi means satisfaction. Mutual satisfaction. Right? We feel very satisfied in each other's association. Right? We don't require anything else. चलो अभी साधना के लिए थोड़ा कृष्ण कथा सुनेंगे, थोड़ा जपा करेंगे, पर satisfaction के लिए थोड़ा IPL देखेंगे या you know or let's browse the internet for a while. If we cultivate this habit of coming together with devotees and discussing Krishna Katha, it leads to a deep sense of satisfaction, and we eagerly look forward, you know, when will, you know, when will the next whatever day, Tuesday, Wednesday come, you know, when we could come together and discuss Krishna Katha like that. You know, you develop a deep sense of satisfaction in each other's association. And the third benefit of coming together and discussing Krishna Katha is Nivrittir Mita Atmanah. So, Nivrittir Mita Atmana. Means one develops confidence to overcome the vices. So you come together there, day after day, week after week, months after months, years after years. When you come together, you get to see people closely, and you get to see how their spiritual practice is helping them overcome their anarthas, the obstacles that they face in their lives, in their spiritual lives. And because you have developed a deep friendship with them by now, you feel comfortable asking them, hey, how could you do it? I saw that few years before you had the same problem, but now I see that you have overcome it. How could you do it? And they say, you know what? This is what I did. This change I did. This devotee shared this with me. I did this. And then you feel like, oh, if you could do it, maybe I could also do it. Huh? So otherwise, alone, many times we feel helpless. We think that, oh, this habit is never going to leave me. I'm so hopelessly addicted. I cannot overcome this. We feel like that. But in the association of devotees, when we have this healthy habit of coming together and discussing Krishna Katha gradually over a period of time, you develop the confidence to overcome the vices. And so this is really amazing. I remember, I think we started this in 2010, maybe, or even before that, 2009. Towards the end of 2009, we started. I had already completed my Bhakti Shastri, and for the next batch, somehow they needed some help with some subject matters. So because it was fresh in my mind, I taught them, unofficially, few things, help them revise for the exam, and they liked it. So that way we started. Okay, they said, okay, let's do Bhagavatam. So we started Bhagavatam, and slowly over a period of last almost like 11, 12 years, we have been discussing, and it's a very fruitful journey. Definitely you do develop very close friendships. You eagerly look forward for the discussions. There is definitely some mutual satisfaction, and then over a period of time you do develop confidence to overcome the vices. So this is definitely a good exercise. And as I was sharing, in response to Sri Gopinath Pran Prabhu's point, that otherwise individually, honestly speaking, unless there is a purpose, I am not a very natural reader. I am not a naturally voracious reader. Many times people feel that, oh, he must be a very voracious reader like that. I am not, honestly speaking. Actually, but one thing is, I like to teach. So that is my conditioning. I like to teach, and if I had not probably come to Krishna consciousness, I would probably still be teaching, and my career was heading in that direction only. So somehow that conditioning was dovetailable in Krishna consciousness. So that way, in the association of devotees, there was tremendous empowerment. I can't imagine. It was really amazing. So, and definitely, I mean, I won't say that I'm, but I won't say that, I'm pure or anything, but definitely these effects of mito rati, mitas tushti, nivrittir mita atmanah, I have experienced it, and many devotees have shared that they have also experienced it. So there is a very powerful synergy that is generated when like-minded devotees come together and discuss Krishna Katha. It definitely helps in these three ways. So that is something that I eagerly look forward to. So actually, few years back, Radhesham Prabhu engaged a few of us to travel around and teach Bhagavatam. And one thing that I realized over the last many years, so I initially traveled uh, because of the excitement to share Bhagavatam, but over a period of time, even though that excitement remained and actually increased, but there was a more powerful excitement, because over a period of time I realized that in coming together and sharing Krishna Katha with devotees, I started making really good friends. So at every place where I was traveling, 456, 4545, friends, very, very deep friendships we developed. And over a period of time, more than even the time that I spent on sitting on the Vyasasan and speaking Bhagavatam, which itself was like, 6 hours a day we used to have discussions. But more than that, I started relishing the of the Vyasasan discussions, on a more personal note with devotees, discussing our personal lives and, sharing notes, our experiences. And this helped us forge a very, very powerful friendships. Um, and the subsequent visits, my main impetus to travel was to meet those friends and spend time post class sessions, spending time with them, sitting in the room discussing, sometimes, you know uh, till late night, we used to sit and discuss. It was very um, very fruitful actually. So definitely I can tell you for sure, and many of you, you have been practicing Krishna consciousness for much longer than I have, and you must have many more to, something much more to share. So I'll unmute Krishnam Prabhu. Krishnam Prabhu is my Pad Pradarshak Guru. He was the one who introduced me to Krishna consciousness. So he has been practicing for much longer than I have. So he must have something valuable to share. Prabhuji, I'm unmuting you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Prabhuji, there are mainly two reasons why I wanted to join this course. One was when I heard in an interview conducted by Gaurang Prabhu, he conducted an interview of Bhanu Maharaj. And he was asking him what are the 4 or 5 most important books which he would recommend devotees to read, other than the regular thing like Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita and all that. He mentioned 4 or 5. Out of that, I remember 3. One was Jaiva Dharma. The other one is Manasiksha he mentioned. Then Madhurya Kadambini. And fourth one was Chaitanya Charitamrita. So when I got the message, Chaitanya Sikshamrita. So when I got the message from you about this course on Chaitanya Sikshamrita, I thought I should grab this opportunity. And the second reason was, this is yet another opportunity for me to have your wonderful association and hear from you. So nothing can be more exciting and more for me than this experience. So I wanted to actually thank you for giving us this opportunity to have your association again and again. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. So that's Prabhuji's kindness upon me. So, I mean, this is very interesting. So he could recollect 4 of the 5 books that His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj could share. So Jaiva Dharma being one of them, Manasiksha, Madhurya Kadambini, and Shri Chaitanya Sikshamrita. Interesting. So, of course, Chaitanya Sikshamrita is the first time I am doing it with other devotees. But Madhurya Kadambini multiple times we have done. Manasiksha multiple times. You have done Anjaya Dharma also multiple times. So I mean, this is really good. So I think we are on the right path. If someone like His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj is giving his stamp of approval, then I think we are definitely on the right path. So yeah. So let's hear from Madhavi Gopi Mataji what she has to share.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Prabhuji. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, Prabhuji, actually, from my side, always I had a lot of desire to read various scriptures, but caught up in so many things. So I always feel that when I will do all these things, I don't know. I want to read, but can't read. And when such opportunity comes, I feel that is the way at least I can start. Because to be very frank, I have not completely read Chaitanya Charitamrita yet. So I feel
Chaitanya Charitamrita or Chaitanya
yeah,
Shikshamrita?
No, I'm mentioning Chaitanya Charitamrita also I have not read completely. That's what I'm saying. So I felt because I'm doing something else, when I will finish that thing, Bhakti Vaibhav, it takes time, and then I will come to Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I felt I will study this book, I will understand basic teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then I will be able to understand Chaitanya Charitamrita in more better way. I may be wrong in thinking that way. And other thing is, when we study alone, it becomes problem. Like we just read the book and we vibrate with the author. But here we get opportunity to vibrate with various senior Vaishnavas and their thought process, and you also make us study different commentaries by various acharyas, which is a very rare opportunity. I feel means nowhere the teachings goes that way. So it means my thirst to know more and more gets quenched here. So that is the reason I'm trying to attend this course.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mataji. This is, yeah, actually in the association of devotees, you get to, because we have a very stereotyped way of thinking. Generally, most of us have very stereotyped way of thinking, understanding things. But when we come in the association of devotees, and if there is a forum where everyone can share their thoughts and realizations and understandings, then you realize that everyone, different people offer different mm, angle of understanding that same subject matter, which you have never thought about actually. So it opens up, because as they say, Krishna is like a Vaidurya stone and his pastimes are also like Vaidurya stone, right? So a Vaidurya stone means from one direction it looks red in color, from another direction you look at it, it looks yellow, from another direction it looks green. So therefore, uh, uh, like from different directions it looks a different color. So similarly, Krishna also is multifaceted, his pastimes are multifaceted, and different people, based on their experiences, their level of development of their consciousness, they may access different facets of Krishna's personality, his pastimes. So so that way we get it's like a very enriching experience, accessing different devotees realizations. So yeah, that's my personal experience. Every time I share, I come together with devotees and share, even though I am the facilitator of the discussion, but I end up learning a lot, because devotees share their thoughts which I have never thought about in that direction, and it has inspired me to think in that direction and learn. Actually, it's a very powerful learning experience. So thank you. Ronak Prabhu, I'm unmuting you. Okay, I think either you have muted your this thing, I don't know what, but somehow we are not able to hear you, Prabhu. Okay, maybe while you fix it, we will go to Srinivas Prasad Prabhu. You can please share too.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Dandavat Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for starting this class, Sri Chaitanya Krishna
Shikshamrita.
Shamrat.
Yeah.
In fact, frankly speaking, I do not have any qualification to read all these scriptures, but I'm always hankering for association of devotees. And like we are reading Manashiksha, and 49 classes have already gone. So next Tuesday we'll be having 50th class. So I personally feel so indebted to you and to all the devotees who come together. And I have been personally feeling so much bliss, because I could always share my heart and whatever confusions or things were going in my mind. So I could ask to you on this platform, and you so beautifully explained all the time the answers which you gave. So I find short of words to express the gratitude for that. So I'm so happy that at least, because in this metal world, there's if we are not attending these classes, or if we are not in association of devotees, so we'll be doing something else. And so this is the best thing, that if we have come to devotional life and we are somehow or the other, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, getting this association of devotees. And sadhu sang sarva shastra kahe, love matra sadhu sang sarva siddhi hoye. So what else does a devotee hanker for in this material world, if he gets the association of a devotee? And love matra, so we are not getting love matra, we are getting beyond our expectations. So I am so grateful to you and to all the devotees who come personally and share their realizations. And we get to know, like you said, everybody's mood and what all things, if they are feeling on the path of devotion. So that helps us also to understand that this is how devotional life is. And it's like helping, like Maharaj says that at the end what matters is each other. So when we come together and help each other on this path of devotion, and I see that as the mercy of Guru and Krishna. And I'll always fall short of words to express gratitude to you for spending so much of time for all of us, and sharing your heart and your realizations, your knowledge. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I'm
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
indebted to you and all the devotees. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Yeah, actually, honestly speaking, I'm spending time for myself, let me be honest there. So because I personally get benefited, that's why I share. I mean, it would be a big lie if I say that, for paropakar, for I'm doing this. I mean, that's simply not right. So, but anyway, thank you very much. So Yashoda Gopika Mataji, and then Shamrasik Prabhu, and then we'll move on. So yes, Mataji, I'm unmuting you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. So
Wonderful.
I enrolled for this course because the name itself says Mahaprabhu's Nectarian Instructions, Shikshamrita. So it is full of his love and mellow. And then what I feel that this book talks about how to cultivate and understand bhakti from the mood of Mahaprabhu. And then it has empowerment of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhanu Maharaj, Prabhupada and all that, and especially under your guidance. And then the Zoom, it is actually a blessing for lessening that distance. And then I also saw it sports that it has Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu's references. So it is all that essence of devotion which this book brings all together. That's what I felt.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. A very, very nice observation. Actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur very extensively quotes from Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, as Mataji rightly mentioned. So, so you see that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings are very much in line with the teachings of Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and of course Chaitanya Charitamrita is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings only. But yeah, so very extensive, like practically the half of the book is quotations only, rather than what he is stating. Half of the book is substantiating the statements that he is quoting. So this is exactly, and if you see Prabhupada also exactly in line with the past acharyas, he also keeps on substantiating again and again and again. Whatever statement he will quote from Bhagavad Gita, he'll quote from Bhagavatam, he'll quote from Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur does exactly the same thing. Okay, thank you very much, Mataji. And finally, Shyam Rasik Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Rujiya, on behalf of all the Goa Brahmachari Ashram, I would like to thank you for extending yourself for almost 2 years plus. As you rightly mentioned, we were such a small group, but because Sanat Kumar Prabhu requested you and you so graciously agreed, you used to come in spite of your busy schedule, and with us you used to toil practically. As you rightly said, we were all as you rightly said, we were all like, there is a batch of people now who are like direct कुएं में फेंक दिया जाता है, अब चला हाथ पैर चलाओ. So we were all a batch like that. So you're coming and you're giving association and giving us more depth knowledge of Shastras. It has really helped us. It has helped me personally very nicely, and I'm sure entire Goa Brahmachari Ashram understands and values this time that you have spent with us. So yes, Parasparanukathanam really holds very, very effulgently true.
Actually, Prabhu, honestly speaking, you may think that we have made the group a little bit bigger, but then you may not know many of these devotees, but they are like very, very sincere devotees who have been coming together for many years. Sorry, not many months now, and in their association, it will be a much more enriching experience, as you will realize over a period of time. But actually, I am sorry. Shine punyam martyalokam vishanti. I think my piety is exhausted. They want the laptop for the next program. So I think with this brief introduction, we have not really introduced the book yet, but I think next time onwards, I think we'll have better internet facility. I'm working on it. So then I think from next Wednesday onwards, we will definitely do a better job. And for those of you who attend the Harinam Chintamani session, so just a reminder, today evening we have Harinam Chintamani 7 to 9. So sorry for the late start and early end, but next week onwards, we will try to stick to the time. 2:30 sharp we will start, and 4:30 sharp we will end. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, and Sri Chaitanya Shikshamrit ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.